Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it. Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it with Maverick.
Cure it with Maverick. Maverick cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Maverick stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Maverick with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C? Crush it with Maverick.
Conquer it.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Maverick.
Ask your doctor about Maverick. AbbVie could help you save.
All your local news is just a swipe away with the new and improved Newswatch 12 mobile app. Download the app on all your devices for local news, school closings, full video newscasts, and more. Newswatch 12. News from where you live.
The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation.
Up North at 4 with Nate and Jeff starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Nate Myhock and welcome to Up North at 4. Today we'll hear about this weekend's upcoming Hodag Challenge. We'll play a game of Guess What Happens Next with Jeff, and finally Buffy will give us another new recipe. We'll get to all that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. To be honest, I always thought the cliche of finding your long-lost twin was just that. A story for a heartwarming movie or something, but that's actually the situation that recently played out in Virginia Beach. After 3 decades and with the help of internet sleuths, Aisha Rodney finally found her twin brother living across the country. The pair were put up for adoption as infants, so Aisha never had a life with her twin. But finally, she reached out to the internet, sharing the only photo they had together and the one defining feature that she knew: her brother's clenched fist, and the names of his adopted parents as well. Finally, she received a name, but remained skeptical until she saw a Facebook picture that showed a clenched hand. And after reaching out, the two connected and have since struck up a friendship, one that was delayed over 30 years, but was all worth it in the end. So finding your long-lost brother is surely a heartwarming story, and so too is finding a forever home. Let's meet Willie. Willie unfortunately lost his ears when he was attacked by a few other dogs. But one kind-hearted vet tech found a solution, knitting Willie some fake ears. A photo of the pooch was shared on Facebook, and the handsome boy didn't have to wait very long to find a taker, which just goes to show a nice accessory to your outfit can go a long way. Wouldn't life be so much easier if people and things came with a label? You know, the grumpy guy at the store would have a warning telling you to stay away. Or there's a sign before you decide to play pickup basketball at the gym telling you, hey, you'll probably regret this in the morning. Obviously, we don't always get a heads up in life, except for a group of police officers in Florida. Cops were alerted to a red truck that was on the highway that had already been identified in a string of robberies. The reason the other drivers were alerted to this truck: it was a sign that literally read, quote, "stolen tag." Once pulled over, cops found stolen items inside of the truck with their 2 suspects, who were promptly arrested and then blasted on the department's Facebook page, part of their segment called Mess Around and Find Out, which they surely did. So when thieves don't have signs declaring their actions, being a first responder can be a very difficult job, which is why it's best to blow off some steam from time to time. 2 firefighters in Nashville, North Carolina are doing just that by starting their own party bus company. But the main attraction is that their Fiesta on wheels is housed inside of an old fire truck. The pair retrofitted the retired engine to include a party space. It's decked out with benches, speakers, and coolers. The truck can hold up to 14 guests and still has working lights and sirens. It's proven to be such a hit that the two are already prepping for a second truck to join their fleet. And if they need any volunteer party goers to test it out, I will gladly take the time to do so. And Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joining us now live in studio. Jeff, you're technically my boss. Can I get time off of that?
Absolutely not. Okay, here we go. You guys, it's happening. You snow lovers, it's happening tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. Snowfall is on the way. Trails will get a refresher tonight and tomorrow. And lots of folks will not have school probably tomorrow as well, with a hefty snowfall on the way beginning late tonight into early parts of tomorrow. Courtesy of a Colorado low, here it is now across parts of Kansas, moving moving in our direction. On a way towards southern Wisconsin, on that path, the heaviest snow is right up where we are, and the numbers have been ticking up all day long today with several more inches of snow now expected. Okay, so today, a pretty nice day, right? The calm before the storm, lots of clouds out there, even a few breaks in the clouds too. But now our attention turns over here, and there it is. This thing is powerful. It has lots of moisture. It's moving in our direction, so we're not going to miss this one. It's going to bring a pretty good snowfall to parts of north central Wisconsin beginning late tonight, but more so early tomorrow morning. And it's a quick mover, so ending around noon tomorrow, the heaviest snow will, with some light snow showers lingering into about this time tomorrow night. So here we go, and this is going to be the radar at about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Bad timing, right? Height of rush hour going through is when the heaviest snow will be in our backyards tomorrow morning. We could see snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Road crews cannot keep up with that, so it'll fall on our frozen ground. So it's going to accumulate pretty quickly beginning late tonight and tomorrow, with the heaviest snow early tomorrow morning. And then it gets out of here by midday, and by tomorrow evening, it's a couple light leftover snow showers out there with some lake effect snow further north. The numbers look like this, and it's been expanding a bit across our region today, but overall, a widespread 4 to 8 inch snowfall is on the way. We've been through heavier snows. We know what to do, but still, it's going to be a mess getting around tomorrow for a few hours into tomorrow night. All right, so advisories are up. This is a winter storm warning for most locations beginning tonight through tomorrow for snow. All snow this time, with temperatures hanging out well below freezing tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. More on that at 5 o'clock tonight.
As a nurse, your capacity to give is superhuman until it's not. These days, nearly every nurse is exhausted. You deserve an employer who shares your passion for keeping people healthy, including you. Join Peter Christensen Health Center today. Work fewer hours, enjoy regular schedules, rebalance your life with your passion. Your loved ones will thank you. Your new healthcare team will appreciate you. And your new patients will be grateful for you. Quit the chaos. Be your best self. Join us today.
It's a fact. Problems with your basement don't get better with time. They get better with SureDry. SureDry has been fixing wet basements, foundation, and concrete issues for over 25 years. There are plenty of people who can promise you a solution, but SureDry delivers. You have a home and a family to protect, and our experts will provide a permanent solution that gives you the confidence you need to sleep at night. Schedule your free estimate today.
Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my husband, Todd.
Today's hearing aids are impressive. 48-channel dual processing, directional beam forming, Bluetooth streaming from phones and TV. Very cool stuff.
You're such a hearing aid geek. We both know that people need a place where they can go, with people they can trust and who will listen. If that's what you're looking for, call the Hearing House. Hearing aids are all we do.
So we do it right.
Your house, a hearing house.
Huge auction, Merrill, Wisconsin. Polaris ATV, high-end home content, sauna, mopeds, dirt bikes, tools, pool table, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
Attention Medicare customers with diabetes. Now you can stop the painful pricking of your fingers with a continuous glucose monitor. And they're covered by Medicare if you qualify. Call right now for free information.
Noon News Now with Kevin Kraft and Jeff Weller. Weekdays on News Watch 12.
Welcome on back to Up North at 4. Joining us now is Brian Heggie for the Northwoods Nordic Ski Club. So, Brian, this is a timely interview here because we got, what'd you say, 8 inches?
Yeah.
8 inches of
6
snow?
to 8, yes.
Yeah. Ballpark it.
Yeah.
We're getting snow regardless.
Yes. Yep.
And the Hodag Challenge, cross-country skiing challenge is coming up this weekend. Brian, what is this event all about?
Okay, so the Hodag Challenge is the premier middle school and high school cross-country ski race in the state. It's second only to the state championships, which are held over in Hayward. We have 22 teams from Wisconsin attending. And 3 teams coming down from the Upper Peninsula, and currently the registration is at 378 kids for the weekend. So
78.
It is the second largest ski race for the high school in the state of Wisconsin.
Wow.
And we have it here in Rhinelander, and we've had it here for several years now. It's held out at the Cedric A. Vig Outdoor Classroom, Cavoc, out on South Shore Drive. So, yeah, it's a wonderful event.
Wow.
So if you watch this show, Brian, you know that once in a while I kind of hate on cross-country skiing because I prefer gravity to take me downhill. But
he prefers less work, is what he's saying.
But this is a popular sport, especially in the Northwoods. The Cavoc trails back there are amazing. It's a big draw. Do lots of fans join us in this?
Oh, I think last year, I'll bet we had probably 200 to 300 spectators, because all you got to do is say, okay, we have 370 kids, coaches, families, and spectators. So immediately, I thought last year we had 500 people out at Cavoc. So, you know, the impact on the community is huge. I mean, they're all up here for a 2-day weekend, occupying, you know, pretty much all the housing we have.
So you were mentioning earlier to me that you were out grooming the trails early this morning. We've got snow on the way, a lot of snow it sounds like. How does that impact kind of getting ready for an event like this?
Well, we were blessed. I mean, that early snowstorm that we had really set us up. So we've had a exceptionally good skiing on our trails out here. It all got very compacted the other day, but it groomed up really nice this morning. And with the top dressing today, it's just going to be like, you know, a devil's food cake with nice frosting on the top for the weekend. So we're happy about this little snowstorm that comes in. Yes.
There we go. And it's been at Cavoc for several years now.
Yeah.
I've been on those trails. There's lots of hills. How long is this course?
There's 2 courses. Actually, there's 3. There's the 5K for the high schoolers. Then there's a 3.3K for the middle schoolers.
Okay.
And then on Saturday afternoon, we also have a 1K for the youth skiers, which are 4th grade and less.
Okay.
So there's basically 3 courses that we set up during the day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Which one's toughest out of those 3?
Oh, the 5.
For sure. Have you tried it?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
You've
Oh,
done
yeah.
it? And
Of course, I have to ski it. I have to know it all.
I would hope so, but I just wanted to check with you, Brian.
Yep. There.
So, all right, so 370 some odd kids are showing up. Is this like on par for a normal year, or is this higher than most?
I think we're slightly more than last year.
Okay.
When we started 6 years ago, we had 120.
So this is still growing a lot.
This has been growing exponentially every year, although I think we're probably topped out now because, like I said, we have every single ski team in the state attending this, all the way from Waukesha, Hayward, Madison, Green Bay, plus throw in a couple UP teams, and 2 of those teams from the Upper Peninsula have never been here before. So they're coming down just for this event. So, yeah, I think we're maxed out.
So the event is this weekend. It's too late to probably participate in the event, correct?
I think we've got everybody in the state that's on a ski team that's already here, yeah.
But if people want to go watch, what time should they be there, and what's that process look like?
So the high school races start at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. The first race is a classic race. It's an interval start, so everybody goes off at a 15-second interval. We start the first ones at 11, and then I think the girls go off at a little before that, and then the middle school will start Saturday at about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, it's just half an hour different. We start a little bit earlier. We start at 9:30, and then we have a second wave at 11, and then the middle school goes in the afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Perfect. All right, so Brian, I do appreciate you coming on, talk about the Hodag Challenge. And I want to do something fun here, a little game that we call What Happens Next. And we're going to do that after the break. Do you want to stick around and play?
You may regret this.
You can say no.
I don't think I'm going to
I might regret this.
We are going to take a break, though. We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
Get me home to my baby. I promise.
Was that your plan? Replace us with robots? I trust my hands and my instincts. You're fired.
What if something explodes?
Stella, we don't have time to debate this.
Maybe we shouldn't work together.
People tell me things in here.
Give me a name.
I will, if you promise to come back.
Now get an Escape, Edge, or Explorer SUV with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Hi, I'm Jessica White-Wing Clark from Ho Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. When I want the forecast for Wittenberg, I go to WJFW.com and check my hometown weather.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The Newswatch 12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. We are NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live. Get the latest news on the weekends with Newswatch 12. Saturday and Sunday at 10 with your weekend news team. Kyle Pazorski, Mohammed Abdul Kawi, and Conrad Sapinski. Newswatch 12.
Welcome on back to Up North at 4. Brian Hagge joining us to talk about the Hodag Challenge. Of course, cross-country skiing, very popular this time of year, especially in the North Woods. And Brian, I'm sure you guys this weekend will see a lot of very good, very talented cross-country skiers, but not everybody is as talented.
What are you saying?
You know exactly what I'm saying, Jeff. So
you're joining him too?
Brian's on my side. I love this. All right, so Brian, we're going to play a game here.
Okay.
We call it, drum roll, please. Thank you. We call it Guess What Happens Next. Very simple game, Brian. I'll show you the beginning of a video clip. In this instance, it's going to be cross-country skiing bloopers. We're going to pause the video, and you guys have to guess what happens next.
All right, let's do it.
Pretty simple. All right, so we'll start here with this first one. We're going to have this woman in, I think it's like a pink jacket on skis. So, yeah, off to a decent start here, but what is going to happen next? Is she going to get sideswiped by another skier, or is she going to take a seat, or the knees are going to stop working, Brian? I feel like you've probably seen a lot of people take diggers in your time. What are you thinking here?
She's going to take a seat.
Taking a seat, Jeff?
I agree. Take a seat.
All right, let's play this one here. What happens next to this poor old lady? You guys are kind of gross for rooting for this to happen, by the way. I can't believe you two. Looking good.
Took a seat.
Ends up on her backside. So, yeah, not the best.
Take a seat.
We got this, Brian.
Not the best form here from that lady, but hey, 1 for 1 for you guys. So good start so far.
You know, the kids are going to be much faster than that. You know,
I would hope.
99% of them.
Yes. That's always like, well.
So we'll see probably some good action, much like you might see at the international level. So what happens next in this video? We got a wipeout here on the corner. You see these all the time in races, but what happens next year? Is there someone going to be late to the party joining in on this pileup? Are we going to have an encore, a second pileup? Or is someone going to say, who needs a ski? I can finish this race.
Who needs a ski?
No, I think it's late to the party.
You think someone's going to show up and not avoid the pileup here? All right, let's play this one from the top. What happens next, folks? All right, we got our pileup here. It looks like 3-4. So that guy, I guess, kind of took his own little encore here. And I love this one so much because eventually this guy is going to kind of get left in the dust and say, you know what? Who needs the ski? And he goes for a while here. Is this legal, though, Brian? Like, if this happens, can you...
Where's he going?
Yes,
can
that's
you
totally
finish?
legal.
You can run the course?
Well, he's not going to win.
No.
Right, but like they don't say like, hey, you got to get your ski on before you can continue. I'm not that familiar with the rules.
Actually, that happened a week ago on the World Cup to Zach Ketterson, who is from Rhinelander in Europe. Really? He actually lost a ski and he finished the race.
I didn't even know. Okay,
so
there's a lot to unpack.
Crossed the finish line with one ski.
No, he actually got a replacement ski on the course.
Got it.
Where do you get those from?
Like you just went shopping on the side of the course?
They have coaches with spare parts.
Oh. Okay, spare part. Let me say like I got my knees kind of acting up a little bit. Yeah, right. All right, so Brian, you got that one right though. So hats off to you, Jeff.
Not so much.
You're going to have to shape it up here. I know I said I really loved that last video, but this one I think actually might be my favorite blooper out of the 3. So we got to guess, boys, what happens next? Kind of a sharp blind corner here for these kids. And you see one of them kind of goes off the trail. That girl fell. But what happens next year?
Why did he forget to turn?
We're going to have a group party. The trail is that way. Having some more people kind of going off the trail here. Or, hey, who put that tree there?
Hey, Brian, you first.
What do you think?
The trail is that way.
The trail is that way. You think they're going off the trail? Okay.
I think it's who put the tree there.
So you're rooting for someone to run into a tree.
Yeah. It happens. I think I saw him wearing a helmet. They're good.
That's fair. I don't think that's how that works. Let's play it through. What happens next year, boys? All right, so you see them blind, kind of a sharp curve. They're kind of not taking this one too well. So we got one kid down.
He just goes right into
this person has to fall to avoid them. Third person stays on their feet. Next person eats it. So as you can see here, we got a group party.
It's a party.
It's a group party.
This one, it goes on for a while. I think there ends up being like 8 kids that end up joining.
So Brian and I are tied then.
So Brian and you finished
we're tied.
We're tied.
You guys
Did
find
they tell you that he loses every sport he comes up against me at?
No.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure I get that out there.
Are you saying that you want to go head-to-head in cross-country skiing?
Yeah.
Brian?
Well, I can put you on some skis. You can come out Saturday and kind of lead the charge.
This isn't a paper. This is a gauntlet.
It's down?
It's been thrown down, Jeff. You're going to have to make this happen, and Brian's going to help me out, coach me up. You're going down. All right, we're going to have to plan this. We're going to have to plan this.
And we do offer lessons, too.
There we go. I'm going to do this. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us,
Thank you.
Brian. Buffy's going to join us next. We'll be right back on Up North at 4.
Great.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Lance Truck, Lance Truck, we got the trucks now, Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Who doesn't love ice cream? Enter the Birthday Club contest at WJFW.com for your chance to win a free single scoop of ice cream from the country store of Eagle River. Watch Newswatch 12 today, Monday through Friday, to see the lucky winner of the day.
Bruce Orthodontics, changing lives one smile at a time. Rhinelander, Minocqua, Eagle River, Phillips, and the greater Northwoods area. Treating patients of all ages.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. Which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University. We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team. Independence University. Online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-397-2159. 1-800-397-2159.
Noon News Now with Kevin Kraft and Jeff Weller. Weekdays on Newswatch 12. Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen on Up North at 4 is brought to you by Bassett Jewelers and Engraving in Minocqua and Eagle River Cabinets in Rhinelander and Eagle River.
Hi everyone, welcome to Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a nice alternative to your usual lettuce salad. We're doing broccoli cauliflower salad. And in here I have one big head of broccoli chopped up. I have one small head of cauliflower chopped up. I have 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds, 4 slices of bacon that I've cooked quite crisp and crumbled. I have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I have 1 small red onion. I have 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 cup of mayonnaise, and salt and pepper. And all we're gonna do is make the dressing first. I like to make that outside of the salad so you can make sure everything is well combined. And it's just mix away. So I'm combining my sugar with my mayonnaise and the apple cider vinegar and just giving that a good stir. And try not to slop it all over. And it should look like that when it's combined, maybe a little thinner than regular mayonnaise. And we're just going to dump in the rest of the ingredients into our bowl. And you can also add, like if you wanted to, I've seen this salad with craisins and raisins in it. I like it just plain the best, and I just added in a little bit of salt, and in goes the dressing. And this salad is one of those that's definitely better if you make it in advance, like even a day or two before. And because you put salt in there, and it might seem kind of thick at first, but the salt will help pull some of the moisture out of the vegetables, and it will be, the salad dressing will be much more liquidy as you let it sit. And this is a great salad because from start to finish, it's maybe 15 or 20 minutes, if that. And it's great to take to a potluck or just to have in the fridge. It makes kind of a nice light lunch. And before you know it, we're done. And you have broccoli cauliflower salad from Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen. Cook on, my friends.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving in downtown Minocqua is a full-service traditional jewelry store offering a wide range of jewelry and gift items to fit any budget. Find jewelry from classic diamonds to beautiful colored gems and pearls, engagement rings and wedding bands for every style. Gift selections include jewelry travel cases, glassware, picture frames, and an extensive line of baby gifts. Bassett offers in-store jewelry repairs and engraving to personalize your gifts.
Bassett Jewelers and Engraving is proud to sponsor Buffy's Northwoods Kitchen.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
That spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on? Sure. It's wireless. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? It's Buick Envision. That's a really tight spot. I used to hate parallel parking. Me too.
The Buick Envision, built around you, all of you.
Get 3.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Buick SUV models.
Real Estate Auction, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Beautiful 3-bedroom home with attached garage, finished basement, blacktop drive, wraparound, composite deck, greenhouse, pool building, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
In Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
DAV helps more than 1 million veterans every year. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
NBC News Watch 12. News from where you live.
Right now, get an F-150 with 0% APR financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash and $500 accessories cash.
Alrighty, Jeff. Busy day for you tomorrow with all the snow, and for those of you out there who got to travel tomorrow, do so slowly and safely. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on Up North at 4.
Join the conversation when you're on the go. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay up to date. News Watch 12, from where you live.
Menards is your one-stop shop for all your pet supply needs. From start to finish, we have you covered with our wide selection of leashes and collars, toys to keep your pets entertained, treats to show gratitude, food for their daily fuel, and a large selection of litter to make the dirty jobs a breeze. If you need it for your pet, you'll find it at Menards, because we know the pets are family, and family deserves the best.
Save